Tell the truth. You live in Liberia, you find $50,000 USD on the side of the road. Would you return it or would you keep it? Tell the truth though before lightning strike you down wherever you are. Tell the truth. What would you do? Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Joy from She Speaks Too. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and most importantly, make sure you subscribe. Don't just be a taker, be a participant. Press that subscribe button. So there's an 18-year-old boy here in Liberia who is making headlines, or 18-year-old man who's making headlines. He found $50,000 on the side of the road and returned it to its rightful owner. So he is a pam-pam driver, a motorcycle driver. He doesn't own his own bike. He drives his friend's bike when his friend is not using it to try to make a little money for his family. He had to drop out of school in the 7th grade. Is 18 years old, so that kind of tells you that his situation is probably not the best to begin with. So he finds this money and hears the lady on the radio pleading for, telling everyone that she lost her money, and I guess pleading for people to return it. So I'm going to read you a little bit of the story and then we're going to talk about it. It says 18-year-old Emmanuel Tulu found $50,000 in cash at the side of the road, but he returned it to the businesswoman who lost it after he heard her tearful appeal on local radio. This was despite the fact that he had to drop out of school to support his family working as a motorcycle driver. So the lady rewarded him with some cash when he returned it. We don't know how much that reward is, but then the story started going all over the place. So I guess when the president got word of what this boy had done, this boy was recognized by George Weah for his good deed. He was given $10,000 a cash reward, 2 motorcycles, a scholarship to graduate level, so bachelor's and master's level, and a chance to work at the presidential office. Then he was also given $500 USD monthly salary for him. So that's a big deal. So in essence, he found the money, returned it, and so that has been a big to do in Liberia. Before this boy got all these accolades for returning the money, a lot of people were like, "Why returning that money for?" Only even God in heaven said, "Angel will have to come pry it out of my hands before I give it back." But then after Emmanuel was given all these rewards and accolades, the whole country all of a sudden is a beacon of honesty. Everyone is saying that they would have returned the money also. So I did a video about dishonesty a couple of videos back, and I'll put that link in the description box. And I would like to think that Emmanuel had watched my video and he was inspired to be honest. I would like to think that he watched She Speaks Too. What do you think? Go over all the things that he's gotten thus far. He got $10,000 cash, 2 motorbikes, a scholarship from 7th grade to master's level, $500 monthly salary or stipend, and then just today he was awarded by Lone Star, which is a cell phone company, with a new phone, charger, powerless, where you don't have to plug it in the wall. Some other things he was given, and he's been given more things by other companies, but that's just kind of the gist of it. So basically his honesty is being publicly rewarded. So basically Emmanuel is being hailed as the most honest man in Liberia, and that is quite a hefty title for such a young man. So we're just going to talk about it a little bit. If you're new to my channel, I like to give 5 points, so I'm going to tell you the 5 points that I got out of this whole story. So we're going to start with point 1. So in my last video on dishonesty in Liberia, I said that we should all strive to be honest, the best. We can never be perfect, but we can do better. And so I just want to reiterate this point that I said in the last video. Honesty is not always rewarded in Liberia. Honesty sometimes can be looked at as the person being stupid. Look at that man, he's so stupid. Oh, your friend is building because he one can't steal, he won't be holding John. Look at her, she holding Mary, she won't steal, she won't do this. My woman just take small cut for yourself. So all of that, honesty is not always encouraged, and when you are honest, it's not always rewarded in such a grand scale like this, like Emmanuel's was rewarded. But that doesn't matter. We should still walk that line and try to do the best that we can. It won't always be rewarded, it won't always be applauded, but it's still the right thing to do. Actually, before Emmanuel was rewarded, when this story was getting around, a lot of people were joking and said, the angel of God said, I gotta come down here and take that money from my hand before I give it back. But then when he started to get rewarded, then everyone changed the tune. All of a sudden, the whole country said that they would have given the money back. What y'all think? The whole country, everybody here is honest now. I would like to believe that they watched my video also. Okay, so this one is kind of funny. Number 2, some people are saying the reason that Emmanuel was so scared and gave the money back was that he knew that witchcraft. They said that if he hadn't returned the money by a certain time, he was going to turn into a goat or chicken. So they said it wasn't, some people are saying it wasn't because of honesty, it was because of his fear of witchcraft. So anything can happen, or anything can happen. I'm just giving you some points. Number 3 is I would now want Emmanuel to surround himself with people he can trust, people of integrity. Let me tell you, $500 a month in Liberia is more than most people's salary. I have visited hospitals. The nurses make half of that monthly. So we now have an 18-year-old boy who was driving the Pam Pam, maybe coming home with 800 or 500 LD. When he got done driving, now is getting 500 monthly, something that he's never seen before. So I would hope that he would surround himself with people of integrity, people that he can trust, because that's a lot of money, and that kind of makes him now an easy target. So that's a big, and then he got 10,000 US. He got 2 bikes. I mean, the schooling, no one can steal that from him. He has a scholarship up until the master's level, but everything else makes him an easy target. So I would pray that he would just surround himself with people he can trust and family members he can trust. He obviously has some good home training from somewhere, so hopefully he can stay around that environment. Number 4, I pray that this Emmanuel boy, I pray that he takes advantage of this opportunity. Not often do we just have things like this fall into our laps. A lot of us do the right thing every day, and we don't get these types of opportunities. So he has been blessed with exceedingly abundantly more than he can ever ask for or think. So I pray that he uses this opportunity. I pray that he doesn't look at that money and the bikes and think, well, I can work and I'm making this much, I can save. I pray that he uses this opportunity. I pray that he finds, goes to school or finds a trade school, something that he can do to have a skill that doesn't allow him to just eat for today, but eat for a lifetime. Last point is, no matter how old or young you are, you can use this story as an inspiration for yourself, for you yourself to do better, to be honest, to talk to your children. Tell them the story of a young man in Liberia living in poverty who found more money than he probably would see at one time in his whole lifetime and decided to turn it back into the rightful owner. So that is a story of inspiration, and he was rewarded. And I would make sure I would say that not all times are we going to be rewarded for this, but it's just something that we can all use for inspiration for ourselves. So I would like for everyone to put in the comments section what they would have done had it been them finding $50,000 USD in Liberia on the side of the road. Would you have returned it? Would you have kept it? What would you have done? And just be honest. I can't judge you because I think I would have given it back too, but I mean, it just depends. Just kidding. But anyway, just put in the comment section what you think you would have done in that circumstance. So this is Joy from She Speaks Too. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe, and I will see you later.